Yo, what's up, guys? Blast back with some more Clash Royale content, and we're looking at some meta decks right now, or my deck versus a lot of the meta decks, the current to-date meta decks, and basically the plays I moved that helped take me up last season, you know, in the top 200 local. Felt good to be up there first time in the season that high, so was a fun run. Let's take a look at a couple decks here. As you can see, we're going to look at the first one is going to be against the X-Bow rocket deck that's been made popular. We're going to bust through these attacks as quick as we can. As soon as I see that X-Bow come down, I'm going to retarget it at my Ice Golem and try to get my cannon down. It's a play I like to make. I put my cannon on the left and my troops on the right, just in case he played troops on the right or the left. So you can see kind of how that worked out. I got his cannon or his X-Bow down. He didn't even touch my tower, and I got shots off on both tower. Win-win. So when you're facing some decks, you don't want to keep using the same cards over and over again. They're going to figure out what you're doing and then counter it. So right here, I use my HOG to kind of take out the X-Bow as my troops clean up his knight, because his knight was coming down. And once again, we're even on elixir. He hasn't touched me, and I got more shots off on his tower. Once again, I'm going to tank, and instead of the cannon this time, I threw my E-Barbs down. Now, he did a good counter, but look at how much elixir I have compared to him. There comes out the furnace or inferno. He realized he's not going to touch my tower. So you can see he starts just playing defense and throwing rockets. So what am I going to do? I'm going to keep pushing, putting pressure on. So he has to spend elixir, and I'm going to start rocketing. He thinks he has the advantage. So I saw him waiting for a while. I knew the X-Bow was coming down. I stop him with the Ice Golem, and I use troops. Troops get some more hits on the tower, and bam, bam, another rocket, and that's the win. There you go. X-Bow rocket users, get out of here. One deck down. So now we're looking at the Giant Loon meta combo. This is great. Right now, I just decided to throw my HOG down. I didn't have a good first move, and I wanted to see what his troops are going to come out. I'm able to distract his E-Barbs with my Ice Golem and a cannon, which brings his giant to my tower. Right now, I decided to wait a little bit till my elixir built. I knew he had just thrown down his whole deck, and there couldn't have been many cards after that at a low cost to throw down. So I stopped his giant with my E-Barbs, and I knew that next lane I was going to have a free and clear push. Right now, I shouldn't have thrown down. I didn't know what play to make. I was sitting on full elixir for a while. He wasn't putting anything down, so I kind of put my Mega Mini. As soon as I saw that pump, I knew to fireball it, because really all I have to do is play defense, and I didn't want him getting a bunch of elixir advantage there. I was able to stop his Giant Loon combo nicely by distracting the Giant. It didn't pull the Loon, but I could throw up the two troops I have that shoot air, put them on the Loon side, and call it a good day. I wanted him to waste his E-Barbs, so I threw out my HOG knowing I was going to draw some of his troops, because as you can see, guys, I'm pretty much playing a defensive posture right now. I'm ahead, a tower to none, and I have the troops I know to stop his pushes. So here comes my E-Barbs to stop the Giant. I threw my Ice Golem behind the Giant to pull all his troops away. Bam. And then threw the cannon down to collect up that Loon. All his troops are down. I still have troops pushing. We're even again on elixir, so I am not worried. Here come his E-Barbs. I had a full triple threat there, pushing. There goes my HOG. More spam. I'm spamming everything on his side. A little bit more time. I could have taken another tower or two, but I was keeping the pressure on him to keep the pressure off me at the end there, and maybe even eke out another tower. So here we got another meta deck. We got a Max player using the graveyard. He's going to use... I don't see that card a lot, guys. I do not see the NATO a lot. So it took me by surprise. But when he had his Ice Golem coming down, I kind of figured he was going to play the graveyard. So I was able to distract, and then right here use my Ice Golem to push my HOG up into his next lane, since I had my My Mega Mini already going up. Mega Mini did a lot of damage. Stopped his bowler, which was a good trade for me. Now he's got his Muskie coming down. I'm sitting at full elixir. I know he's not. So using the fireball zap there. Maybe the zap was a little overkill, but it worked out great because I was able to stop his ice golem from doing any push. And out of frustration, he fireballs my Mega Mini and accidentally hits my tower. So I know now, not only am I way ahead, but I am in his head. So right here, he throws down a fireball and a zap. Good job, dude. Barely hurt my troops. And I'm able to get his whole tower down with that push. I know it must have been frustrating for him. So I just give him the fair play, you know, good luck, man. Not trying to be mean and BM. That's not my style. So I give him a good luck, good game. He gives me the same at the end. We leave friends, handshake. You know, sometimes it takes outmaneuvering the other player and using your combos better, stopping their combos. I stopped his buller behind the bridge the one time I was coming so that my tower could focus and my archers could focus on the graveyard, and it just didn't do much damage. Right here, we got a graveyard freeze. I didn't have much to stop it. I had mistakenly played my cannon very bad, and he gives me a well played. I know he didn't really mean it because it was a horrible play, but I'm able to stop his graveyard freeze, so I'm satisfied with that. So I know what he's using now. He's using a graveyard freeze, so it's kind of a little easier for me to counter. Here come his tombstone. It would have been a waste for me to throw down my hog right there because it would have ran into the tombstone. I fireball his Mega Mini. I know he's going to freeze me again, but where I placed the cannon, he could not freeze my archers, my Mega Mini, and my cannon, and that is exactly why I put those troops where I put them, because I knew that he was using a freeze. I haven't seen his other card used very much, so right now they come out, but my elite barbs go in the back behind my ice golem. I threw down the cannon to stop them in their tracks, and I am trying to put the hurt on him right now. He's able to get another graveyard off, so I throw in my ice golem to stop the graveyard because he stopped me good with a freeze, and now I get my whole push going right here. Fireball of the day. I fireball his Mega Mini and his archers, get my E-barbs, my hog, my archers going down. He starts laughing galore, all salty. I just give him the good luck, good game. You know, no need to be salty in a game. This guy says good luck. I say good luck, thinking he's going to be nice, right? And then he starts laughing a bunch. I go, all right, dude, that's cool. You're a maxed out player. Laugh away. Here comes his hog and ice golem push. So I know what he's using. He's using, well, I thought I did. I figured he was using the ice golem hog. And I figured he's using the E-barbs, but he's coming with that new rocket deck. I did not. A lot of people are using the hog rocket. Right here, I made a bad play, and I walked into his ice spirit, but I was able to stop his muskie on the other push, which worked out for me well. So now that I know what deck he's using, it's a very quick cycle deck. My goal is to keep my cycle in line. He's trying to get me out of my cycle right now and get all my defenses used up and keep pushing that hog. So I need to stay in my cycle, not hold back too much, but get the job done. I'm able to take that cannon down, but he shoots my Mega Mini. So I just launched my fireball thinking it's going to be a good move, and bam, zap. I get a bunch of play right there. I use E-barbs this time to stop his hog and then throw my ice golem down for a very, what I thought would be awesome push. He's able to freeze them and start pulling them over. Not sure why I played my archers there. I was panicking a little bit, but it turns out very good as I get a bunch of shots off. And I'm able to pull his hog and stop his ice spirit with my ice golem again. There's the first time I saw the rocket. I go, uh-oh. So that was the card he was holding back. It's time to get on this. I cannot let him cycle back to his rocket. So I'm going to keep the pressure on. Fireball gets me the cannon and the muskie with the zap. I get all my cards pushing in. I am pushing everything to keep the pressure on so he cannot cycle into his rocket. And with stopping that hog with my E-barbs, and then he just goes on a laughing spree, man. Get that salt out of the game, boys. There is no need to BM in this game. It is a fun game. It's a game. So treat each other with respect out there. Have fun. Play smarter. The less time you spend taunting, the more time you spend winning, boys. I don't care. Laugh, taunt all you want, level 13s, because I know your head is out of the game when you're doing that. Like, focus on the game, guys. Focus on their cards. Make smart moves. I knew he was coming down as soon as he hit that rocket with that hog down the lane. I threw my E-barbs and my Mega Mini there. His hog made it, what, 2 steps? Maxed out hog? Hey, bro, you're max count with max cards. But you weren't playing smart, guys. Play smart. Don't let them pull you out of your cycle. Pull them out of their cycle and then push on for victory. So that's what my deck's doing lately. It's doing awesome when I play it smart, when I play well. Don't play it if you haven't slept in a couple days. That's what you shouldn't do. But just play it smart. Have fun, guys. It's a game. Use strategy. Enjoy it out there. Press like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at @CasandBlast_COC. Big shout out to Fusion fam, everyone that's been helping me out lately. And let me know what you guys think. Ask me questions if you got them. And go ahead and try this deck out if you're not. I like it. I like it a lot. See you guys next time.